While the whole world is suffering by the coronavirus pandemic, India is plagued by new attacks, this time by locals. Multiple states are and will be affected by this. These include the first question that arises is what are locusts? Basic information about these creatures appear on your screen now. There exists a lot of similarities between locusts and grasshoppers. Grasshoppers live solitary lifestyles, minding their own business. But when some species of grasshoppers encounter dry spells, they have to give up their solitary lifestyles in search of limited vegetation. They then release a chemical known as serotonin, also known as happy chemical, making them more socialized and they start reproducing more. And when favorable conditions return, that is when monsoons arrive, they leave their solitary lifestyle. The solitary lifestyle and form swarms. Each swarm contain about millions and millions of locusts. Before we move forward, let's look at some video clips to know more about the terror these creatures have spread.
Baka yun.
According to the Agricultural Ministry of India, at present, the primary method of controlling desert locust swarms and hopperbacks is mainly organophosphate chemicals applied in small, concentrated doses, referred to as ultra low volume formulation, by vehicle mounted and aerial sprayers, and to a lesser extent by knapsack and handheld sprayers.
नमस्कार, मैं हूं अर्णब गोस्वामी। दोस्तों, दर्शकों, आप मेरे साथ देख रहे हैं और एक बार पूछता है भारत। दर्शकों, जो सबसे कमजोर लूटा पीटा हो उसको हम लोग क्या कहते हैं? उसको कहते हैं पिद्दी। पिद्दी, वो कहावत तो आपने भी सुनी होगी, क्या पिद्दी और पिद्दी का शोरबा, और जो पिद्दी से भी गया गुजरा हो उसको कहते हैं टिड्डी। वही छोटा सा टिड्डी अब पूरे पाकिस्तान की सबसे बड़ी मुसीबत बन गया है। जो पाकिस्तान कहता है कि हम भारत से जंग लड़ेंगे, वो टिड्डियों के हमले से ही हार गया है। पाकिस्तान में टिड्डियों के हमले से आपातकाल लगा हुआ है। हालत तो यह है कि वहां के मंत्री कह रहे हैं कि अनाज तो हमारे पास ही नहीं, टमाटर प्याज इतने महंगे कि हम पाकिस्तानी खरीद नहीं सकते। तो एक और काम करो, पाकिस्तानियों मेरी बात सुनो। अरे पाकिस्तानी, तुम टिड्डी की बिरयानी बनाकर खाओ। तुम्हारा बिका हुआ देश पाकिस्तान के पास आतंकी भी नहीं बचे, सबको तो हमने सूली पर चढ़ा दिया। तो पाकिस्तान अब टिड्डियों को आतंकी बनाकर भारत भेज रहा है। आधे पाकिस्तान पर टिड्डियों का कब्जा हो गया और कश्मीर की तरफ आंख उठाने वाला पाकिस्तान कराची की टिड्डियों से भी नहीं बचा पा रहा है। ऐसे कमजोर और कायर पाकिस्तान से पूछता है सारा भारत दोस्तों कि क्या आतंकियों के बाद भारत में टिड्डियों वाली साजिश कर रहा है पाकिस्तान? भारत को धमकी देने वाला पाकिस्तान क्या टिड्डियों से ही हार गया है? क्या हिंदुस्तान के हमले से बचने के लिए टिड्डियों वाला रोना रो रहा है पाकिस्तान? और क्या पाकिस्तान से लड़ने के लिए फौज नहीं टिड्डियों के सहारे है पाकिस्तान? ये सवाल सिर्फ मैं नहीं, आज पूछता है सारा भारत।
Let us first look at the route taken by these desert locust swarms while reaching India. They first reached the countries Yemen, Saudi Arabia, and Iran, after which they then followed a very linear route through Pakistan and reached India. Coming to India-Pakistan relationships, it seems Pakistan has declared a national emergency this year after the locust began to decimate winter crops. Pakistan will incur losses of about 2 billion pounds in winter crops such as wheat and other further 2.3 billion pounds in the summer crops being planted now, according to the UN's Food and Agriculture Organization. While Pakistan was inadequate at managing the crisis, it also seems to have rejected India's proposal of jointly working to solve this problem. Though locust officers of both countries are working together, there seems to be tensions in the higher ups. In a paper published by PLOS ONE journal on 13 May 2015, the researchers showed that the desert locust, known scientifically as the Schistocerca gregaria, contains a rich composition of compounds known as sterols, which in turn have cholesterol lowering properties, therefore reducing the risk of heart disease. As International Center of Insect Physiology and Ecology scientist Professor Baldwin Torto explains, sterols occur naturally in plants and animals and fungi. The sterols from plants are called phytosterols, and those from animals are known as zoosterols. Most commonly known animal sterol is cholesterol. Phytosterols and cholesterol have a common target of getting absorbed in the intestine. However, phytosterols have been shown to have a competitive advantage as they are able to block the absorption of cholesterol. In our study, we have found, as in the case in other insects, cholesterol is a major tissue in desert locust. However, that if the desert locust is fed on a vegetative diet, most of the common phytosterols are amplified and new ones are also produced in their tissues. In turn, this leads to a high phytosterol content, which suggests that eating desert locusts could reduce cholesterol levels. Other than this, researchers have also found that the desert locust has a wealth of other nutrients, including proteins, fatty acids, and minerals, which are in turn beneficial for anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, and also have immune regulatory effects. As such, the desert locust is an excellent source of dietary components for both humans and animals. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, spring-bred immature adult groups and swans that arrived in Rajasthan from the west continued to move east in the eastern portion of the state and to the central states of Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. As of 26th May, at least one swarm had reached the northeast of Bhopal. Much of these movements were associated with strong westerly winds from cyclone Amphan in the Bay of Bengal. Control operations are underway. Several successive waves of invasions can be expected until July in Rajasthan, with eastward surges across northern India as far as Bihar and Orissa, followed by westward movements and a return to Rajasthan on the changing winds associated with the monsoon. These movements will cease as swans begin to breed and become less mobile. Swarms are less likely to reach South India, Nepal, and Bangladesh. Hence, one can infer from this that the waves are yet to arrive in India, and hence the threat is real and coming. Thank you for watching this video, and if you like this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Please do comment your feedback and suggestions for the next video in the comment section. Thank you.